The planet Meridia, 7 was a world of storms, secrets, and silence. 12-year-old Kael Voss didn't know what true peace felt like. Raised in the concrete bastion of Refuge Dome No. 17, under Earth Alliance command, he'd only known what the instructors taught him. Survive, obey, and prepare to defend humanity from the Zorai threat. The Zorai, alien shapeshifters with bioluminescent eyes and silver blood, were the monsters of bedtime stories and combat simulations. They had attacked Earth centuries ago. Or so they were told. Kael had lost his parents in an encounter zone when he was 5. All he remembered was a flash of silver, a scream, and being pulled from rubble by a mysterious woman with glowing blue eyes. They said she vanished before the soldiers arrived. Since then, Kael trained harder than anyone else. By 19, he was one of the youngest recon officers assigned to Zone X-34, the Whispering Wilds, where sensors failed and whispers in the wind sounded suspiciously like voices. But Kael wasn't afraid. He had a mission: identify and eliminate all Zorai remnants. And then he met her. She called herself Rhea. She appeared from the shadows like a ghost. Pale-skinned, radiant eyes, long silver hair. Kael raised his rifle instantly. "Don't shoot," she said softly. "You don't remember me, do you?" Kael paused. There was something familiar about her, something buried deep, like a dream fading in daylight. "I pulled you from the ruins when you were 5, she whispered. That made him hesitate. Over the next few weeks, Kael did something he had never done before. He disobeyed protocol. He returned to the same forest edge night after night, waiting. And each time Rhea came. She spoke in riddles at first, always calm, always watching the skies like she knew the stars had secrets they weren't ready to share. "Why are you here?" he asked her one night beneath the glow of Meridia's twin moons. "To protect something precious," she replied. "Even if it hates me." He wanted to scoff but couldn't. Her presence, peaceful, almost maternal, was disarming. She never attacked. She never ran. She just watched him like she was waiting for him to remember something. One night he pressed her. "Are you Zorai?" Her silence answered for her. Kael stepped back, breath catching. His hand trembled over his sidearm. Rhea didn't move. "I don't kill innocents," he said. "And if I'm not innocent, then tell me what you are." "I'm the reason you're alive, Kael." He froze. "You were the child hidden in the ruins after the drone strike. Your parents were targets, not casualties." He couldn't breathe. "What?" "They were scientists working with a rogue alliance faction, experimenting on captured Zorai children. They crossed a line. The strike was retaliation. But we didn't kill them. Your own people did, to bury the evidence." "That's a lie." She leaned closer. "Do you know why you dream of fire and blue eyes every night? It's because I carried you out." Kael staggered back. That night, he didn't return to camp. He walked the forest until dawn, haunted by memories he didn't want but couldn't deny. He didn't report her. Couldn't. Instead, he asked himself a question he had never considered. What if we're the villains in this story? Back at base, whispers grew louder. A recon patrol vanished. Drones went dark. Command blamed Zorai resurgence and issued a kill order. Kael was assigned as team lead. He knew what that meant. He knew who they were after. He had to warn her. He broke protocol, erased the mission log, and sprinted into the forest. His squad would notice soon. Maybe they already had. He found Rhea at the waterfall cave, standing barefoot in the water like a vision from another world. "They're coming for you," he said. She nodded. "I know." "Then run." "I can't. I'm guarding something. Someone." She turned, and from the shadows emerged a small child, silver-haired, glowing-eyed, no older than 4. The girl looked up at Kael and smiled, one of her hands clasping a pendant that looked eerily familiar. I know that necklace, Kael murmured. Rhea's voice cracked. It belonged to your mother. His mind reeled. Your mother was part of the program, but she tried to stop it when she saw what they were doing. She tried to protect you. I promised her before she died that I'd keep you safe. Kael felt like the world was spiraling around him. You're saying you were there all this time, watching me? She nodded. I watched you grow from the shadows. You were never meant to be a soldier, Kael. You were meant to be free. Suddenly, gunfire cracked through the woods. The squad had arrived. Rhea shoved Kael back. Run. Take the child. Get her to the mountain path. There's a hidden escape route. Kael hesitated. What about you? I'll buy you time. No. But she was already moving. Flashes of light burst from her skin, forming shields and pulses that knocked soldiers off their feet. Kael grabbed the girl, Seela, her name was Seela, and ran. Behind him, the forest ignited with violence. He heard her scream, ending. Kael reached the ridge just before sunrise. Seela clung to him silently, her small frame trembling. Behind them, the sounds of battle faded. Then came footsteps. He spun, weapon raised. And there she was, Rhea, bleeding, staggering. Her left arm hung useless, her right clutched her side. She dropped to her knees. Rhea! He ran to her, catching her before she hit the ground. Her blood was silver. It soaked his hands. You shouldn't have come back, she whispered. I couldn't leave you. She smiled faintly, brushing Seela's hair as the child whimpered. I kept my promise, Rhea whispered. I kept you safe. All these years. Kael's vision blurred. Why didn't you tell me sooner? He choked out. Why let me think you were the enemy? Because you had to see the truth for yourself. Otherwise, it wouldn't have changed you. She coughed, silver staining her lips. Her glow dimmed. You were the only human who ever treated me as more than a monster. Even when you didn't remember me. You're not a monster. She smiled through the pain. I spent my life protecting you. She paused, her voice weaker than a breath. And you were hunting me. Those were her last words. Rhea's body stilled in his arms. Kael sat frozen, her weight in his lap, his hands shaking. Seela reached out, placing a small glowing hand on Rhea's cheek. Sleep, Mama. Something inside Kael shattered. He carried Rhea's body up the ridge and buried her beneath a flowering tree, far from the battle, far from lies. In the weeks that followed, Kael became a ghost. The Alliance listed him as missing in action. But in truth, he was with Seela, hiding among the ruins of the old world, unraveling the truths the Alliance tried to bury. He found documents, recordings, proof of the experiments, proof of the betrayal. The war wasn't against invaders. It was against survivors. Kael made a decision. He would raise Seela, not as a weapon, not as a soldier, as a child, hope. And one day he'd tell the world the truth. About the Zorai. About the war. About the woman who died in his arms. And how the greatest threat to peace wasn't aliens. It was ignorance. And fear. And the lies we tell ourselves to justify the monsters we become.